Hello my Owlettes, how are you guys doing today? And welcome to the first video in the Mrs. Claus Vintage Christmas series. So this first video, what we're going to be doing is talking about supplies. Not to worry, I'm going to follow up with another video today that is going to be putting my journal together because I know I'm anxious to start my December journal, and so I'm assuming you guys are too if you haven't already started your journal. So first of all, let me get into the supplies. If you ordered the Mrs. Claus Vintage Christmas Kit, I'm going to show you what we have in store for like the main projects. So now my plan is to also have different little projects throughout the series. So just kind of keep that in mind that I have 4 weeks of major projects that I'm going to show you the supplies for. And then we'll be doing lots of fun things in between. Now, one thing to keep in mind, if you did not get or are not able to buy the Mrs. Claus kit, do not worry. Do not worry, because you can improvise and create your own items, because all this stuff you can buy either at the department, like a Walmart, Target, or you can purchase at like online. So I will leave links below, or maybe I'll just put it on my Amazon page. I don't know, I gotta update that. But really and truly, there's not going to be anything spectacular that you would have to get if you weren't able to buy it. Definitely you can improvise. So let's get to it. Okay, so let's talk about my journal this year. I am a composition book, notebook junkie, as you guys know. I've been doing a composition notebook for about 3 years now for my journal. But for my Christmas journal, I used to kind of go off the path of, like, I would do a ring binder, or I would make, I love using little golden book Christmas books. So I'm going to be combining the both of them. And I've done that before this past year. I'm going to show you guys really quick in case you're not familiar. This is my November journal, and inside it has a little golden book in there. So, let me show you where it starts. Okay, so this particular journal, I have the God Made Birds little golden book in there. And this is only 1 month worth, because I usually put 2 months. But last year, my December journal was so chunky because it carried both November and December in there. So, I'm doing a standalone for November, and then I have my composition notebook. It's just a plain Jane, 100 sheets, 200 pages composition. This is wide ruled, but you can also view, they have different kinds all out there. But I'm going to be tearing this apart and adding all my ephemera in there, and that will be in the next video. So I didn't want to make this one too long. That way, if you needed to gather supplies, you could. But the next video, which is also going to be posted today, is going to be putting my journal together. And that will include the cover and the insides. So we will get to that shortly. Now, in the kit, what you got in the kit, these are the projects, the main projects that I'll be posting on Sunday over the next few weeks. And also, I'm going to be putting together like a little schedule, so you guys have that. I'll link that also below. Everything's going to be on my blog and on Patreon. Oh, and we'll talk about Patreon in just a moment. But when you get onto the blog or Patreon, it'll have a downloadable of supplies and then also a schedule. So that's going to be available as well, part of this video down below. Okay, so let's hop to it. Okay, so I just put mine in a little basket because, it makes it so cute. Even though it's strawberries, we are still loving our strawberries even in the winter. Actually, around here, strawberries can be picked in February. So, okay, so the book that I also included in the kit is this book called Christmas Carols. Since it's vintage Christmas, I was thinking, I went back and forth over The Night Before Christmas, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, because I love that story. But this particular book, the illustrations were just so pretty, And I love that it has all the songs in there. So it's just such a pretty little book. Now, the part of the journey of my selecting, look at this page. It's just beautiful. And I feel like music paper makes such beautiful backgrounds that you could also just use this as part of your, background. But one of the things that I was thinking about over and over, because you got to contemplate making the most magical journal at Christmas, is what am I going to do for my cover? What am I going to put on my cover? Because I love adding material for my cover, but I also wanted to include this cute little book cover. So, do you see where I'm going here? I'm going to try to assemble this book to the cover of my composition notebook. So, that's my plan. We will visit that next video. So we will get that taken care of. I went back and forth all over the place. I was thinking, oh, it would be cute to add like a little outfit on the front, like a little, or add Santa, because I have all these really cute things that I've collected over the years from people that have sent me Happy Mail. And I was like, well, this would be cute, but I think I'm really going to use the book cover this time around. So, but we'll get into that. Okay, so the next thing is this hot pad holder, and I will open this up for you guys. So, I know you might be saying, what in the world are we going to do with a hot pad holder? Now, I know Mrs. Claus likes to cook, and she likes to make her cookies, and yes, that is part of my program here, is to make some cookies with you guys. But this one, we are going to decorate up and make it into your own one-of-a-kind pencil pouch. I know, we're going out there, you guys. This is going to be fun. And it's what's really nice about this size with your notebook, whether you're doing just a plain Christmas Carol, it really is like a perfect little fit to me. That you could like bring these together to wherever you're going that you're going to be needing. We're going to be filling this up and we're going to be decorating it. Now inside the little supply bag for this, it's going to come with this cute little snowman and this little background. These I got at Hobby Lobby, you guys. Last year we did gingerbread. This year I'm doing little snowman. And then I have some accessories in here with like pom-poms, a bow. Oh my goodness. These little hats are just so cute. Look how cute and tiny these little hats are. And so you can put it on your little snowman. So anyway, that's kind of, now if you did not get a hat, it's okay. You can make this out of like felt, and a pom-pom. So that, like I said, there is ways to improvise on these projects. I want everyone to be felt like they are included and can be doing this, even though they weren't able to get the kit. As you could, I know you can't really see this, but on here, you guys, I have like my storage of my supplies handy dandy here. So I've got my pom-poms, I've got jingle bells, stars, all kind of goodies. This is stuff that I've collected from the years past, and I have a trunk of stuff that I went through, and I kind of put out things that I'm going to be using throughout my throughout the Christmas season. So so definitely, like, even if you had stuff like Happy Mail and you wanted to include it on and you didn't have a snowman, you could include it on your pouch. This guy's really cute. Or, even like I said, this little snowman. I got this little, he was $1 at, it looks like a Dollar Tree label, but you could do that. And, of course, this little top hanger here is going to be perfect for a charm. So, that's just, keep in mind, shop your stash. I've got a lot of stuff in my stash, like I think a lot of us do. Okay. The next thing that was in the kit is, of course, your ephemera pack, which, we all have ephemera. Now, the only thing, guest tickets, let's see here. I'll just kind of pull all this out. So this was what was in your ephemera pack. It has, like, it could have a postcard, some journaling cards, a pack of little ephemera from Cartabella that is a vintage Christmas, and stickers from Rebecca Hoot. And anyway, so there's lots of ephemera in there. You know, it's Shop Your Stash, lots to use. We're going to be playing with all the things as we decorate our journalette. Now, one thing that is included in there that that if you didn't get the kit, you'll want to improvise is these little wands. You either got a Christmas tree or a Santa. Now, you may say, those aren't wands, those are little drink stirs. Well, use your imagination. They are wands. We're going to add a little sparkle to these and make these our wands, because you know you have to have a wand when you do anything with Rebecca Hoot. So we're going to do a wand and we're going to add it to our journal. And I have the best quote / saying for a Christmas wand. I put it in my journal, I think over the last 2 years. So I'm going to be sharing that with you guys as well. Okay. Oh, and there's napkins. You know, you cannot go wrong with using napkins. And you got a little holly leaf ephemera. Okay, so the next project, well, I'm not sure what the order is, but the next project is a charm. Of course, we have to do a charm. Now, I did not include any string in this charm kit because I wasn't sure what everybody wanted to do. I just included some random beads. Believe me, I found this after the fact, and I wish I would have found it while I was packing up kits because I did not realize. Look at this. I'm going to see if I can hold it up with you guys. I did not need, I mean, I could have included all this in there, but I found it after the fact. But let's just say, I'm sure we all have beads that we can add to, and charms and things like that. And the one thing about the December journal, I really feel like what's fun and that you can really add to is like, as you do events, like, you go places and you do things, you can pick up little trinkets and things like that and add them to your charm as you go through your month of December. So I love adding random things as I go along. Well, one of the things that I wanted to add, because it reminds me of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, and it also reminds me of oh gosh, I was thinking the other day, the mouse. There's a mouse in 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, and there's a mouse in another part of Big Christmas. Oh, the Nutcracker. Okay, you know, but it comes with this little mouse charm, which is so cute. Isn't she cute? So you can add this to your charm, little mouse. And I thought, you know, it kind of fits with our theme of vintage. Now she doesn't have the colors of like red and green, but I think she's a little mouse, pretty little mouse, so she will work perfectly. Okay, now this is another project that we'll be doing that will be improvised if you don't have anything like this. I found this idea on Pinterest. I love it. I think I've been pinning it for like years, but it's taking these little Tart containers and filling them up with Christmas goodies so that you can make little one-of-a-kind ornaments. Now, they don't come with the hole in them, so we're gonna, I had my daughter punched holes in them so we can, and I added a little gold string. If you do not have a Tart container, you can definitely use like a wreath. You can use like a little mini wreath. You could probably even, I have these like, I was thinking about even like these little containers for cupcakes. You can like really enforce them with like Mod Podge or something and add them to your tree. So definitely improvise. You can even like probably make something out of tinsel. You know, like if you, I added to, not tinsel, but pipe cleaners. Sorry, I had to think about like what is your name. But you can like improvise, like maybe if you have more pipe cleaners, you can kind of twist them up and then like create a background. So there's different ways you could do it. But what we're going to do is we're going to be adding, I have this little trinket bag, and I'll show you guys what's in it. I need a little bowl. Here we go. Oh, I just dropped all my red birds, because inside there's a lot of little goodies to use on your little Tart pan. Whoops. So it comes with like a little Santa, and you can shop your mini ornament kits, mini ornaments that you have around the house, little bows, whoops, wreaths, lollipops, lollipops. We got those. These are, if you don't, I'm not encouraging you to go buy anything, but the section at Hobby Lobby that has all the little trinkets, little bitty ornaments are perfect for this project. The other thing that I love that I just spilled everywhere, which this is, it all came with the little red bird too. A little cardinal. Let's see if you can see a little bitty cardinal. I don't know if you guys can see that, but like, you get the idea. We're going to be making a cute little cluster of fun, and so that is going to be one of our projects. Okay, let's see here. So we have, that's pretty much the 4 projects, the main projects. Now also, as part of the little, and we're going to be doing, I'm going to be doing this in my next video. So we're actually going to be making 2 little bitty journals, but this is like a really quick and easy journal. And what this is that I know that I have my planner, right, that I carry with me right now, my Christmas planner. But this one is, this is on the road when you're right in the middle of doing something. I have found that I need something to write down my little to-do list. So that was part of, like, I really feel like Mrs. Claus is feeling the same way, that, you know, life is busy and there's so much going on that you need something to jot your things down in as you go along. Now, I know I have my, like I mentioned, I have my planner in there, but sometimes I just need something. So I thought it would be fun to make a little journal. And also, as your book gets fluffy and I'm out and about, if I want to remember something, especially if I hear somebody say something or something like a feeling or whatever, I want to make sure that write it down and I add it to my journal. And the reason is, and this is my first year really doing something like this, is because as we were going through my journals, the other day, me and my daughter, as we were like gathering things, at first I remember, so this is a little story time. So I remember my daughter, I remember when I first started doing Journal Your Christmas back, I don't know, it's been a while. I did December Daily where I added 1 photo, but then I started doing Journal Your Christmas, which was a Chamel scrapbooking world. She would do like little prompts, like photo prompts, and then she would also have like something to write about. So that's when I really started wanting to journal the everyday. And there's journals where I basically typed out everything because it was a lot quicker than for me to, like, I would just sit and type it out, print it out, and put it in my journal, and then I would add all the pretty things. That was so, those are the memories that the kids really like, and I like to read because then I can really see. I know pictures tell 100 stories, you know, but, or maybe 1 story. But I think that getting those type of memories down it's your story. You know, we really emphasize on telling your story because every story matters. So I think that that's part of my quest for this Christmas season and holiday season is to gather those stories and to have. And so this was my idea of thinking, you know, I need a place to write those down because I can be out and about away from my journal, or if you're like me, I want to wait till I get it all set up and all pretty, and then I want to work in my journal. I don't want to just jot down a bunch of stuff like written, you know, just everywhere in my journal. I do use my planner for that occasionally, but for Christmas, I think we need a special journal to gather that information, and then we can transfer it into our journal, or just tell a story, or like, oh, I don't want to forget this, or so that's why I want to do this year for not myself. But I thought, you know what, you guys might want to do that too. So that's why those are included in the packet. Again, improvise. You can do a spiral notebook. You could do anything. I just wanted something very small that I could tuck away and pull out at any time and write a note in it. So yeah, so there we go. That is the supplies. Now, of course, you know, as junk journalers and scrapbookers and memory keepers and all the fun things, we have to have all the things. So, you know, we can have some glitter. One of the things that I've had for several years that I carry over from year to year is a little notebook slash, it's basically pencil pouches, but I added the 3 rings and of course a lot of, like, you know, fluff. But it adds all my ephemera in there. So that way, if you're out with friends and y'all are going to have a journaling outing, you can just grab this and you can go. And you have, you know, you can I need to probably revisit mine because I did add some things in there earlier. But yeah, you can fluff it up. And then I found this also in my stash that I put together last year after the holidays. And this is like a little cute little tin. I don't remember where we got this, but me and my daughter both love this. It's the 12 Days of Christmas, and it's full of ephemera. So I literally could, whoop, okay, I will pick that up. I literally could grab this in my journal, and of course the glue, scissors, etc. excuse me, etc. And I could go journal somewhere. I think I would want to, like, really am wanting to go to like a, excuse me, a coffee shop, grab a cup of coffee, and have like my own little journaling session. It's definitely on my to-do list to do. So anyway, all right, you guys, go get your supplies, and I will be back momentarily with another video on putting our journals together and making our little don't forget journal. We gotta come up with a cute name for this, like a cute Christmas name. Let's come up with something. So, all right, you guys, y'all have a super sparkly, I'm not going to say the rest of the day because I'll be seeing you soon. All right, you guys, see you soon. Bye-bye.